So you guys can't tell when somebody is trolling you, can you? So, of course, you're going to make fun of my truck, but it's okay. It's a twin turbo V6 with a 10-speed automatic and 331 gears that has 400 horsepower. And I had a Silverado beforehand, but the transmission was going out, and I'm also a mechanic on the side. Imagine that. And the parts for the 8L90 for that truck, that's the transmission, was going to be roughly around $9,800. No labor for me, because I would just put it on the lift and take it out and rebuild it. If it was a 4L60E, I would have been done, had it done, but they don't make that transmission anymore. And I did my research on the Tundras, and that's why I didn't buy the first year model of them, is because, well, they had a lot of major engine failures, but Toyota did come in and fix that and recall all of them. And a recall is nothing bad, it's just, well, shit happens. Do I believe them when they said it was machining debris? No, they took a 3.5 liter V6 that they have had since the year 2000, strapped two turbos to it, so they added forced induction to it, and just said, this'll work. And they decided just to do like what everybody else is doing. Nissan's doing it too, so don't think that they're copying Ford. Everybody copies Ford, but I'm not a Ford fanboy. I don't like Ford. I used to own them. They were garbage then, they're garbage now. They're nice garbage, but they were garbage. So I chose the bare bones basic Tundra because, well, it doesn't have the shutters in the front of the grill that open and close. Those shutters prematurely fail, and it costs, if you don't have warranty, about $1,800 to replace, and you can only go to the dealer for it. Oh, and you can't delete it, because if you tried to delete it from the vehicle's not going to run right. So it opens and closes to allow more air in, depending upon the ambient temperature outside. Mine doesn't have it. None of the SRs or SR5s have that. And I didn't care for fancy rims and tires. I just don't give a shit. I didn't even care for four-wheel drive. I live in the South. What the fuck do I need it for? And Donovan, the whole thing about the motor bearings on the Furies, I really could give two shits about it, bro. Honestly, I really don't care, dude. You see these three? That one and those two over there? I use those as my daily. This Power Force Compact was given to me by my cousin, and it was stopped up to hell and back. I literally have a video on it. Stopped up so much that it filled that canister on that Bald Animal 3 completely full. Bissells are decent for what they are. Does Shark have their fair share of issues? Yes. Have they been recalled? Yes. Has Dyson? Not that I'm aware of. I could be wrong, but not that I'm aware of. But I like the technology on the Shark. That's the only reason why I bought it. And there's no way in hell I would pay $500 for a fucking Shark. But we're going to see what this Bissell Power Force can do with coffee and baby powder. And you said that the belt was bad on it, but the belt's not bad on it because, well, you haven't looked at it. And I'm not going to go and throw money at this thing because, well, it's not worth it. And we're going to do a sock demonstration with an actual sock, not something that a 4-year-old would wear. What grown-ass man wears ankle socks? Those are like women's socks, bro. That's a sock. Look who we got our hands on now. But hey, let's get started. Oh, before we do, I was going to say something about FNAF. I didn't even know what the fuck it was until my wife told me about it, and I watched that live action movie. That shit was bad to the fucking bone, especially when that one robot bear, or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm not into that. She's into that. I'm really not. Chop that bitch in half. Yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious. I like movies like that. So we're going to start with some coffee, and then we're going to move on to some baby powder. Actually, we should just start with the sock. I don't want my socks covered in coffee. You ready? Next time, use a real sock, bro. You want me to do the power detect? Do you want me to explain to you why the power detect did what it did? Here's the problem with the power detect and all sharks. They have a single cyclone design. Now, they did that, I guess, to prevent themselves from being sued by Dyson, but everybody uses the dual cyclonic technology now, because I think 2014 is when the patent had ran out for Dyson to pretty much say, no, you can't use my technology. Bissell uses it, Dirt Devil, they all use it. I know what you're going to say. Why didn't you use a bigger Bissell? I don't have a bigger Bissell. I don't care for Bissells. I don't care for Bissell bagged vacuum cleaners. I really don't like bagged vacuum cleaners. Unless it says Riccar. I like those. Let's grab the power detect. Well, why ain't you going to take and use the Dyson? Because I don't want to dig in there and have to pull that shit out. That Dyson's got a lot of fucking suction, and it's not going to get nowhere near to that canister. That's a big ass sock. I got some big ass feet. Now I want you to look at the diameter of this hose on the Bissell to the diameter of the hose on this shark. Now, automotive detailers use vacuums with bigger hoses. I'm not saying Shark is one of them. What I'm saying is the one that has one of the biggest hoses and inlets is one of my favorite shop vacs, which is a Rigid. Love me a Rigid. One of the best shop vacs money can buy. Is it the best out there? None of these are the best. Some people they are. Whatever. But let's see what happens. It may fail, and if it does, then guess what? It failed. It didn't. What now, boys? I'm gonna have to wash this sock. Oh well. The suction on these sharks are absolutely incredible. I'll say that. But I don't care if it fails in 2 months, Donovan. I genuinely don't care. Because I can just go buy another one. If it does. Then again, I sell more Sharks than I do Dysons. Or any other brand for that matter. People like Sharks. It's easy money. I'm not going to talk somebody out of it. Notice how this is the only Shark I talk about. I don't talk about the Navigators. I like the Navigators, but I don't talk about them. People buy the shit out of them. Let's move on to the baby powder test. Up first is the little Bissell. That smells pretty good, actually. I know what one of you is going to say before you even say it. You're just going too slow, or you're going too fast, or you need to do this and do that, or you need to inspect this. Just take the L if this thing doesn't do what you want it to do, okay? If you want me to have another Bissell, I might actually get one. But if I get one, it's going to be the Surface Sense. Just to try it out. Ready? Okay, press a little Bissell. Nice. But did it pick it all up though? That's the $64,000 question. Let's see. The power detect is empty. There is no white powder in there. Just dirt. And dirty filters that I need to clean. Let's put it in detect mode. Oh, and if you don't have the cords out of the way when you put this dustbin canister back on there, it won't go on there. Did the Bissell pick it all up? I had to pick up that fluff. How about we try that one? Hell, he's still in denial. Of course I am. Okay, let's try this one. I don't see anything in there. Well, power detect didn't pick it up. Huh. I told you they were junk. I told you. I can just hear it now. I just hear it now. Bro, I bought the power detect to troll people. It worked. This is gonna be a long video for y'all. Y'all don't like Dyson, do you? I like my Dyson. What the hell? Auto mode. Man, that smells really good. It picked it all up. Huh. Y'all might be right. Shark might be garbage. Y'all might be on to something with the... Maybe you shouldn't buy the power detect if you have a lot of carpets. Might even break out the Phantom Cyclone XT over there. That's probably my third favorite. I don't have any carpets, so I very, very rarely use the Furies. Looks like I'm probably going to have to apologize to y'all after all this is over with. Holy shit. Y'all might be on to something. Those bastards over at Maxwell House. Good to the last drop. Wasn't that Samuel Adams' slogan at one point? I distinctly remember it was. What are we going to use on this? We're going to use the Bissell. I am going to apologize for trolling y'all, but y'all got me to do this test and it went totally, it's actually going totally opposite than what it did in my head. I promise you. This fucker feels like a kid's toy. What the fuck? guys. Wow. You know what? Fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all. Holy shit, dude. Okay, alright. I don't want to hear it in the comments. I told you so. I don't want to hear it. I apologize. I'm sorry. Okay, you happy? You won. Alright? You won. Donovan, I apologize I ever doubted you, bro. You too, FNAF, man. That video was fucking hilarious, by the way. I'm sorry I said all them things to you guys, but holy fuck. Y'all wasn't wrong on these carpets, man. I guess I'm gonna have to give that Bissell Surface Sense a try, huh? Wow. You know, Sanitaire owns... No, excuse me, it's the other way around. Bissell owns Sanitaire now. I thought it was absolutely going to be... This thing wasn't going to pick up shit, but... Who gives a fuck if it can't pick up a... 6'3" man sock that wears a size 13 shoe. By the way, these are Red Wings. I promise you they're worth the money. You don't really have any shoelaces. That part right there, that's the lace, I guess you could call it, and that is under lifetime warranty. You push that in and twist. Alright, let's do another test. Now, I'm not going to do a test on tile floor, okay? There's no sense in me doing that because this doesn't have brush roll shut off and it's going to fail that. Y'all really don't know how good this freaking smells. Wow. Y'all thought I was going to do a video talking shit about you, huh? No. Man, y'all alright, man. I'm sorry it, you know, went that far, but I still love the video, dude. You kind of come off as a joker, but, you know, you might could pull it off. Who knows? Let's see if this thing will do it. Probably will. Oh, there's some crap over there. You know, I like the Power Detect because of the features on it. Holy shit. Damn. Wow, I owe the both of you a very, very big apology. I really do. I don't know what more I can do. I don't have any more oatmeal. Oh, that test... Yeah, that shark, it failed it. If you pick it all up at once, clogs that cyclone and reduces the suction by half. It's stupid. I'm not a shark fanboy. They're probably not going to be happy when they see this video, but then again, I really don't care because I paid for that Power Detect with my own money. But Dyson, on the other hand, I love their products. And I'm not a cordless stick vac fan, but you know, I've been impressed with it. Let me say that. I'll do one more test because we're almost at the 20-minute mark here. I'm not editing shit. I paused the video to put some stuff down and to plug the vacuum in, but other than that, that's it. Man, I feel like I can break this damn thing, dude. Why does it work so well? Because of the brush roll? I got to get me one of those Surface Sense and see if it's going to be worth a damn. I think I just might do that this week. Ah, the hell with Bissell sending it to me. I'll just go down there and get one. Jeez. This is insane, man. Ah, crap. How, bro? How? Fuck. Alright, let's do the ball animal 3 and then that's it. I'm a believer now, okay? I won't buy any more of these fancy sharks. I don't want to hear it. I told you so. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to read it either. I'm going to apologize to both of you and be the better man and say you both were right and I was wrong. Anytime I see any more Bissels, I'm probably going to have to get them. Holy shit. Wow. Dyson and Bissell for the win. Okay, 2 more. I'll do the Power Detect again, and then I'll do the Phantom Cyclone XT. Y'all were right. The Shark Power Detect is not really good on carpets. Huh. Alright. Did it fucking die on me? My goofy ass plugged in the wrong vacuum. It's in detect mode. What? Left some behind. I got all the coffee, but not the baby powder. I got baby powder everywhere. Fuck you guys. You were right. Let's try the Cyclone XT. I'm done. By the way, I didn't send Brian nothing over there at all for discounts. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Seriously, I really don't. Y'all are not going to be expecting this video. Still did better than the shark. I'm done. Okay, I'm a believer. Wow. You know, I guess it's true what they say after all. Big things do come in small packages. Because that little Bissell is a tiny little bastard. That's not bad. That's not too damn bad at all. Please like and subscribe. I owe y'all the biggest apology. Shark is ass on carpets. Wow. Good night, everybody.